I'm curious, is there a pressure difference between left and right? Yeah.
Alright, whenever you want to go out. You put your net back up. Drop it down.
just like that. What comes around goes around, my man. Say hey, hey, say hey, hey. Forth and back, and just like that, you're going down for heaven's gate. I gotta tell it to the right, we're going down.
Target acquired.
Eagle 1, first strike. You have permission to engage the target.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Forgot to add myself to the show. What's up, everybody? Good evening. It's going to be a short show tonight. I've got to finish getting packed and set and ready to go to TwitchCon in the morning. 3 o'clock is my wake-up time. 6 o'clock is my flight time. If you guys could help me out a lot by going over to Twitch. If you're a Twitch user, go over to Twitch. I need a bunch of people over there, as many as I can get. You don't have to interact over there. You can just, park your username over there. Maybe, comment occasionally once in a while. But there's the link to the Twitch. I'm really, really close. I thought I had it, but I'm really, really close to affiliate, and I would really like to have affiliate when I get to TwitchCon and pick up my wristbands and everything. So let's see if we can't get that done, guys. It would be great if we could. If not, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've technically met the requirement with and even an extra day. They require 4 days. I have 5. Above the required number of people, and yet I still do not have affiliate. I'm not really sure why, but hopefully I can get there. Kissy Cat, I see you over there in Twitch land. Thank you very, very much for jumping over there. I really do appreciate it. Can't say enough how much that means to get to affiliate. And one thing, guys, when I do get affiliate over there in Twitch world, I will be I'll be doing some gun content. I'll be doing, we'll be taking some stuff apart. I'll be showing, some different firearms and holsters and other gear and that sort of thing, which I cannot do here. I wish I could, but I can't. So, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a really good time. And then I'll do it live on Twitch, and then I'll obviously record it, and then I'll upload it to YouTube. And that way I can have, I can get into my, put my shooting competitions and things like that on YouTube or Twitch or both. We'll see how it works out. As I said, I am getting ready to go to TwitchCon. We've been talking about this for a while now. Tomorrow is fly out. So it's going to be a good time. I honestly, I can't wait to do it and get over there. What's up only, Mr. Bill? Don't forget about those Rumblers. I do need to get back into Rumble. Rumble is a pain in the ass to deal with. But I will, when I get back from TwitchCon, Rumble is my next thing, and maybe Kick. I may do Rumble and Kick at the same time. I do have a Rumble account. Rumble is very difficult to set up, where Twitch and YouTube, it's just a simple click to set up the stream. I have to do more work. I have to do a little bit more work in the to get on Rumble. So we'll see how it works out. I don't really have a subject for tonight's show. I normally do. I normally have a guest, or we'll have a debate or whatever. I just don't tonight. Well, I did have a guest, but then I had to shorten the show, so we're going to do that later. We'll do it when I get back. And like I said, we're only going to go probably an hour and a half to 2 hours. So that's important. I have talked to Glenn. I know a lot of people have reached out to me about Glenn. Glenn is, he's not doing well. He's doing kind of okay. I'm trying to help him out. I think a lot of people out there need to just kind of, remember him, in your prayers or whatnot, however you want to do that. But that's the, it's about the end of it. That's all I can really say. He's going through a really rough time right now, and really can't get too much deeper into it. I see that not lows 2, not lows however you say his username. I'm not really sure how to say it. I like to get them right. It's important, but I just don't know how to say his username. Is in the chat tonight. If he wants to come up, he just let me know. If you want to come up, I will get you the link. It will require you to use Discord to get the link, but that's okay. I see that there's some discussion over there in the Twitch world about the lack of grift. I'm very bad at grifting. I was actually having this conversation the other day, and I've actually my week started out with that for whatever reason. Someone that's affiliated with the show kind of button hooked me and said, "Hey, you really got to start grifting more, right? Like, you never really talk about donations, and when I do, it's like 5 seconds, and then I move on to other things, and and I just don't think about it, right? It just doesn't occur to me unless something brings it up. What's up, Wicked Wally? How are you, sir? So I just forget about it. I forget to ask for the donos. I forget to set dono goals. I just don't set dono goals. Even on the debate channel, which is supposed to be a grift mechanism, I've cut the grift completely out of that, so nobody has to donate. So I'm really doing this poorly, actually, and so I've got to kind of change that a little bit. Not really sure how, but I've got to change that somehow, because at some point, while I don't actually need the show to make a ton of money, it does at some point need to, yes, the auto mod, I have to hit allow it to post. So there you go. I did that. Yeah, so I forget all about the grift. It takes a lot of time and some effort to do the show, and at some point the show has to start making sense, and we're going to have to figure this out later. Or at least I am. I say we. I basically mean me. And only Mr. Bill, that may work. Pin a question to the top and a poll question. That might work. So I just need to kind of dial this in a little better. I'm really bad at it. I know that I'm bad at it. Yeah, fuck it button. It's true. I mean, the reality is that I took literally all the money that I've made for probably the last 5 or 6 months, and I put it into the event that I'm throwing for all of my audience that can make it to Nashville, and the Crucible and everybody else. I mean, it's not even like it's anything for me. Beyond that, there's also some things going on behind the scenes where I have I'm helping out other people as well, where I don't have to help out other people. But what I do, right? And I think it's important to be able to do that. But at the same time, the show has to start making sense. And we'll talk more about that. Yeah, Wicked Wally, you should get monetized, brother. I ignored Twitch. I've had Twitch as long as I've had YouTube. I basically created them on the same day, and I'm not even an affiliate on Twitch because I just haven't cared about it. What's up, Emmett? How are you, sir? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you in the chat, sir. I don't really know what to talk about tonight. Does anybody want to come up and hang out and banter? Again, I did have a guest for tonight, but we weren't going to be able to make that happen. Clover Tack is overjoyed to learn that I will be doing more on Twitch because as I do more on Twitch, I can do live firearm content. I can go to matches. I can upload. I can always upload my video, but it's going to get, it's going to be better. I'm going to be able to do some really cool stuff over there, and that will be that's going to be a lot of fun. So you didn't even know you had a Twitch account? There you go. Ghost 1978 comes in with a TTS. You guys should be able to hear that. Let me know if you can hear that over on the Twitch. Do I have this turned down too much? Did that TTS or no? Well, oh, there it is.
Ghost 1978 donated
Awesome.
$10. Super chat.
It finally triggered.
Show some
Perfect.
support. Send a super chat. Subscribe. Like
So
and
at
become a member.
any rate, I leave for San Diego in the morning, super early flight, 6 a.m. I prefer early flights. That's just me. I just, I'm weird like that. Sweet. Nice. Yeah, there we go. Emmett in self-interest says, send this man some money. He has to pay me. Absolutely. Perfect. All right. Yeah, I tell you what, I actually have some videos that I made way back a long time ago that I'm going to remake on how to get into competitive shooting and how to do your, how to structure your matches and what's really important and what's not, what's not worth doing. Not Lotus 2 is a commie bitch. Also, hello. Yeah, Mr. Look, I told him he could come up. He was in the audience earlier. He's welcome to come up. He's welcome to, because he's certainly an opinionated person. And he can certainly, talk to me all he wants. So, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. So, but yeah, I will be doing some gun content live over on the Twitch, and then I'll record, I'll download that, process it a little bit, and then throw it over on YouTube as pre-record stuff and do premieres, and that will be awesome. So yeah, that's a good time. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Oh, there we go. Kissy Cat comes in with another TTS.
Oxcaxo donated $10. Super chat. Tip this man so the show can make sense.
That's right. Please tip me so it makes sense, and Emmett may get a paycheck. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Kissy Cat. That's awesome. While I'm out at TwitchCon, I'm going to be hanging out with Admiral Gibbs in person and some of the the other Twitchers that he hangs out with, and we'll see what goes on over there. And I'm going to I'm going to really try and do a lot of networking while I'm out there. So that's what's up. Actually, you know what? Emmett has not overcharged me. I send Emmett money when as I can, and he's been very good about not asking for specific monies or anything.
FK at button donated $10 super chat. I don't make sense. I make dollars. Not many, but still dollars.
That's awesome, fuck it button. And my man, Agrippa celebrates 7 months of membership. That's awesome. That is super awesome. Yeah, awesome, man. Yeah. I had a great time debating with my man Jake Barr the other night. I don't know if you guys saw that. You guys may have thought that we were maybe being a little heated or whatever, but it was cool, man. We had a great time, and it's awesome. Keep my distance from some of Kel's friends. Yeah, look, yeah, that's no problem for me. Yeah. Ghost 1978 celebrates 15 months of membership. Seniority flex. My man has been here basically since the beginning. You know, that's awesome. And Kissy Cat comes in with, look at my membership span. Pumping Weevil comes in $9.99. That's not going to TTS. Nothing makes sense. That's awesome. Appreciate this, guys. Nobody wants to come up and chat. I'll send you the link. Let me. Matter of fact, I'm just going to give the link to the mods. Mods, if somebody shows up over in the cord, wanting to jump on, and just go ahead and as long as they're vetted, the link is now in the mod chat. If you want to be on the show, go over to my Discord. You're going to see a tab called Waiting Room. I feel like it's self-explanatory, but maybe not. You guys, go have fun over there. So, yeah. So that's all right. Thumping Weevil is still up there. I need to hunt it. You're in Clover Boat. Yeah, everybody's. Yeah, it's that time. Yeah, you can jump up when you're done. I'm not going to be on long though. Again, I've got to get up super early. I was going to take my travel setup. I don't think I'm going to. If I stream, I'll stream with other people. I don't know that I'm going to do a Friday night stream. I don't know that I'm going to do a Saturday night stream. I don't know that I'll do a Monday stream because I will have just gotten back. I will have just gotten back from California. Arthur Daya. Yeah, so YouTube does this very strange thing where they will occasionally just drop, even though you're subscribed, it just won't won't notify you, and you have to unsubscribe and resubscribe so that it lets you know that that I'm live. So yeah. You didn't get it either. Yeah. Wow, that's terrible, Arthur Dia. I do post it in my chat every single time. It's not an intentional feature, but it is something that just seems to happen. What's up, Ahimsa Alexander? How are you, sir? Good to see you out in the chat. Good to see everybody out in the chat. I'm super glad. I'm having a great day. I went out and I played golf yesterday, right? Played 18 holes. I shot a 105, which is good for me. I could have shot a little better, but my putting sucked. It sucked. I don't understand why, but like I can never put an actual game together. I just cannot. I just can't put a. I can't put a complete game together. So if I'm driving well, my short game will suck. If my short game's doing really good and I'm driving decently, my putting will suck. I just can't put an entire game together. I just can't do it. I want to, but I just can't do it. So, YouTube. Also, YouTube earlier today, I think YouTube had a major problem. When I logged on, it would not do anything. So, it just is what it is. Anyway, so I played 18 holes yesterday, shot a 105, which is good for me. I'd like to get under 90, but it's not there. And your paranoid size says YouTube hates conservatives. Now it happens to everybody. I've actually heard everybody's having problems. So YouTube crashed for like an hour. Yeah, that's true. So we have but anyway, so I've got I went out today and I played another 18 holes. Now yesterday I played 18 holes. That's like 11,000 steps. And that's riding in the cart because I'm all over the golf course, right? Today I did the same thing. I went out and played another 18 holes, another like 12,000 steps. And I just had I had a great time playing golf today. And I've just been really trying hard to when I'm offline, I'm offline. Like I'm not messing around. Like I understand why people get burned out on all of this. Tell my stream Kissy Cat is my first Twitch sub and sub donator. I believe she is a first sub donator, and she's probably one of if not the first person to donate on Twitch. But I believe I had 66 subs before she got there. So what's up, Cam the King? How are you? So I'm trying really hard to get Brian to come to DebateCon. So what's up, Notlos 2? Did you want to come up and discuss anything? The link is in the mod chat. Oh, it is? Oh, wait, I got you. My bad. My bad. That's on me. That's on me. There you go. It's right now. That's on me. The mods are in the mod chat, and the link is the real link is up, and all of that. Am I hoping Brian will do a show or just attend? I hope he just attends. I think the guy needs some time off. So, Dingo. You have to have a channel for people to donate to. Yeah, you have to have a channel. Okay, that's cool. It's okay. How much do you get paid? Probably nothing. What's up, my man, Marte? You're welcome to come up too. You are welcome to come up. Oh man, I got way behind. Consensuous. I think you mean conscientious enlightenment philosopher is what I think you mean. That's what I think you meant. I don't think you quite got there. I'm glad all you guys are over there in the Twitch chat, just banging around over there. It's awesome. Good to see. Good to see. So, all right. We have an ICE agent in the house. What's up? Why is your screen black? I'm doing super well, other than I'm sore as hell today because of the 2 days of golf in a row.
Can you hear me, Grid?
I can now.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Oh, I'm just excited. Today was tax extension deadline day, so I have a monkey that's off my back now.
Clover, a monkey off your back. How? What monkey?
The individual,
the tax stuff.
Yeah, man. Because
where you actually had to go to work instead of go to work and sit and watch YouTube all day.
Yeah, well, man's got to eat, right? Hey, I gotta do something with my camera. I'll be right back.
No worries. What's up, Clover Tack? How are you, sir?
Yo.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. So I am super close to getting affiliate over on the on Twitch, and once I get affiliate, I'm going to start live streaming gun content specifically to Twitch, and maybe I think Rumble I can live stream gun content too. So
yeah, Rumble's just such a pain in the ass.
It is a pain in the ass. It just doesn't get any easier. So it's terrible. It's just terrible. But
kind of like Anson. It's just terrible.
Yeah, I am.
That's funny.
I am pretty awful. I'm glad you noticed it too.
Terrible, terrible,
Yeah, it's
terrible,
awful.
terrible. Knucklehead, terrible, terrible.
Yeah, that's right. That's what's up.
I'm having flashbacks to my
What's up,
childhood.
Sport
now.
Brand? I see you out there. I didn't see Sport Brand walk in. You know, it's been a minute since Sport Brand's been on the channel. I actually thought that maybe he was pissed off or something, but never mind. Maybe not.
He must be busy.
Yeah, maybe he's busy.
Yeah,
trying to do stuff. But yeah, we'll be doing some. I'll do some actual like firearms content. If I had. I'm going to try and see if my Starlink will work at the range that I shoot my monthly matches at. And if so, I'll live stream the matches.
Nice.
Or at least me shooting the match. Yeah.
Nice.
So I actually have a helmet cam that I have an what's called a run cam that has the actual lens is on kind of a flexible boom, so you can angle it to get the shot you need.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that works out. I've got to get I'm almost at the end of the season. I think I'm going to miss the last 2 matches of the season because I'll be at TwitchCon this weekend, and then the next one in November is my event. Although if DebateCon it sucks, I will go shoot in the morning. I'll go shoot a match in the morning, and then I'll just catch the end of the debates on Sunday. And my wife will be really pissed at me, but that's okay.
I bought for like first person video.
Mm-hmm.
I bought the Insta 360 Go 3, I think.
My buddy has one of those, and
dude,
it's awesome, dude.
I love it. I love it. It's the lightest weight, and I mean, if you're clipping it to your cap, you want the lightest weight you can fucking get, and it is hands down the lightest weight. And what's cool is you take the lens part off and put it on your cap, and then the other part you can use as a monitor.
Yeah. So my run cam goes on my actual helmet, on my bump helmet. So I don't have one for a cap. I do have a chest rig, but it gets blocked all the time. It's good for pistol, but it sucks for everything else.
Don't work if you have a beard either.
Yeah, I don't have one. I'm clean shaven.
Yeah.
Arthur Dye says she gave at least 20 people fentanyl today. It's interesting because my buddy in Florida, he lives over in like Jacksonville. His son, I think his oldest son actually died from a fentanyl overdose yesterday. And he posted about it today that he's just
Oh man. You know, I've known lots of people with kids that have done that, right? That's awful.
But this was a grown man. Like this, I think the guy was like in his probably late 20s, maybe early 30s.
A lot of the people I know that have gone that route are around that age, right? They like
really.
Yeah, like it's not like you're not like the 5th or 6th person to tell me something like this. Like I've personally known a few of them too. It's awful.
Yeah. And they had like he actually posted a picture. They had lunch like a couple of days ago. It's crazy. Yeah. Anson, you misspelled lice agent. You left the L. He didn't want to take his L.
Well, yeah, Arthur Dye was offering to play doctor with me later. Arthur Dye, I'll take you up on that. You can play doctor later with me. You just come to Grid's event at DebateCon, and you and I will have a private session together. You can fix me.
So I was reading, and maybe Arthur Dye can comment from the chat on this. I was reading where a big problem with the fentanyl is that because there are people that are recreationally using it, the amount that a recreational user that's been doing it for a while takes for it to have an effect is like what would kill a normal person. So it's very hard to get the dosing correct.
Yeah, what ends up killing these what ends up killing these people is they get clean. And then they decide that they're not going to be clean anymore, and they start doing the same level that they did when they used to be junkies full time, and it kills them on the spot, right? Like the worst thing you can do if you're a druggie is quit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you watch the debate the other day between JS Urban Adventures and Teriak on whether drugs should be legal or not?
No, I didn't because
Got some interesting points on that one. I didn't hear them really arguing really good points. Are you and Emmett at war? Did I miss something?
Emmett, no, I love Emmett's great. You know, I mean, if I need somebody to work on a roof for me or like do some landscaping, you know, or
because of the ice. No, Emmett, he misspelled lice. He just didn't want to take the L. He just didn't want to take that L. So that's funny. That is very funny. So so the arguments that JS were making were ones of public good, right? Like you don't want people overdosing. Arthur Ice says that is correct. For context, I give about 50 to 100 micrograms of fentanyl to start anesthesia. These people do 1 to 2 grams. Wow. That's 1,000 to 2,000 micrograms. Jeez, that's a lot, man.
Well, I mean, it's not a lot. Like, and that's the reason why fentanyl exists, right? Because it's such a small amount that gets you high compared to other drugs, right? Because what's happened is the black market that was created by making drugs illegal forced the drug dealers to be able to need a product that they could smuggle in a smaller space. That's the reason why fentanyl is such a heavily used recreational drug, because they made it so hard to get the good stuff.
Yeah. So, and I have this like really, so here's my position as a constitutional conservative, right? Like, I don't believe that the federal government should be involved in legislation of drugs, alcohol, firearms, any of those things, right? Now, if states want to have legislation, if your community, Anson, votes that you don't want fentanyl in your community, by all means, you live there, right? I mean, these are your exact peers. This is not Washington saying globally that this is something that matters. Wally wants to know, he celebrates 6 months of membership. How do you separate the grams into micrograms with a graham cracker? If the show doesn't make sense, I'll have to make sense, and we can't have that. That's right. We just keep sending in those donos so it makes sense.
Oh, graham cracker. That's good.
That was great. That was really good, actually. Yeah. So it's an interesting thing because but at the same time, the law is the law. So, and I have this fascination with people that are like, well, I just don't believe in that law, so I'm just not going to follow it. And I'm like, well, okay, that's not how this shit works.
Yeah, it is actually, Grid. Like if enough people disregard a law, it'll cease to be a law. That's what happened with the states nullified drug law with regard to marijuana because federal drug law says it's illegal, but the state suddenly decided, you know what, we're going to ignore federal law, right?
Well, that's because but that's because the Fed doesn't really want a battle over states' rights right now. They don't. They just don't want. They do not want to face that.
I would say that's only irrelevant. I mean, it's. How do I put this? For some people, it's irrelevant, but for others, it's not so irrelevant because I'll tell you right now that you go get you a marijuana card and then you check a certain box on a 4473 to buy a gun, and that's a federal form, then you're fucked.
Yeah, yeah, and so the thing that you're talking about, Anson, is not that people decided they weren't going to do it and the feds just don't care. It's that the feds don't want to have a fight over states' rights right now.
Yeah, nullification is what I'm talking about.
But it's not actually nullified. States have simply passed laws and they won't help the feds enforce it, so that does effectively nullify it. But it's still a federal law, and they still can arrest you for it if they so choose. What I'm talking about, or I guess my point is that I think it's really interesting how there's so many people who act like if they just ignore, I don't believe in that law, so I'm just going to ignore it, and they don't go about changing the law in the proper manner, right? And one of those things is drug laws, right? I think it's very interesting. I don't believe that. I personally don't believe that drugs should be illegal, right?
Okay, what about so you're saying that traffic laws actually matter, right? Like laws.
Yeah, traffic laws do matter.
Yeah,
traffic laws do
right.
matter.
So everyone follows the traffic laws because it's the law.
They don't, but when they get caught, they get punished for it.
Right, right.
Because why?
Because the government
they're breaking the law.
No, because the government's devised a way to raise money.
Because they're breaking the law.
No.
Traffic laws also create a system to where people can move freely without we already have enough accidents, right? Yeah. Imagine the accidents if everybody just did not know or absolutely ignored traffic.
People constantly disregard traffic laws because they're not laws designed to force people to follow the laws. They're laws designed to force people to pay money to the state.
They're laws designed to generate revenue.
Yeah, right. And people disregard them all the time because they understand that they're arbitrary and capricious, right? People disregard, and it's just a money-making scheme.
Yeah, like a seatbelt law is one that I would agree with you on.
Well, the seatbelt law is also in I don't know about everywhere, but like here, it's a
helmet law as well.
It's a secondary law. Helmet laws are enforced. I actually see people getting pulled over for that. When I was in California, the California and Colorado did not have helmet laws. In Colorado, I rode quite often without a helmet. When I moved to California. Well, I didn't move to California. When I was in California and I had a motorcycle there, both times I was there and I had a motorcycle, I never, ever, ever left my house without my helmet. But getting back to the law part of it, if you want to say that, Anson, then you can't be angry about illegal immigration. You can't be illegal about taxation. You can't be because those laws are even more capricious in some cases than that.
Oh, so, yeah, no, I do. So, Grid, let me tell you about taxes.
I was thinking Angel Berber covered it for me. This is where we start. I'm waiting for Anson to go full sovereign citizen on me. I'm just waiting.
I know a bunch of those people.
I knew that you knew a bunch of them too.
Yeah. No, those people are wackos. No, what I was going to say though, so taxes, right? So in Alabama, there's this one specific tax law that everyone disregards. Yeah. Everyone that files a state tax return, there's a line item that says that you have to list the sales taxes that you didn't pay sales tax for when you bought something, so that you pay that to the state when you're doing your individual tax return, right? So they're basically asking you to itemize the transactions that the state didn't know about to tax for sales tax purposes. And no one ever lists anything on there. Even before the simplified use tax rules related to internet sales, people didn't list anything because there are so many different kinds of laws that are ridiculous that people ignore. They're functionally not laws because no one ever gets gone after in terms of enforcement for that. It's not something that's enforced, so it may as well not be a law, right? And so if enough people ignore a law, it may as well. And that's what happened with immigration. That's what happened, and that's exactly what your example is with immigration. People disregarded it.
That's the point. Here's the issue, though. You just said if enough, right?
Yeah.
So that is the problem. Is that the vast majority of laws that are out there, there is not enough people willing to risk to not abide by that law.
Yeah, and that's a simple solution.
What's up, Mikey Balls? Thanks for the raid, my man. Good to see you in the chat. Listen, I want to put a pin in this because Anson, you're wandering all over the damn place, and it's cool usually, but I actually had kind of a point where I was getting to here.
Oh, okay, sorry, man.
No, it's all right. I just know when I have to rein you in.
Horrible, terrible.
And yeah, and so you know, as a
knucklehead.
As a constitutional conservative, of course, I believe if it's not in the Constitution, you shouldn't do it. That's why, and I believe that the federal government has no authority really to have or to put in place drug laws, federal drug crime, all of that. That's all bullshit. However, the laws do exist on the books currently, and therefore you have to follow. You should follow the law. You ought follow the law. Now, if your morality says, "Well, I don't want to follow that law," or you're like me, like you would think that I speed a lot, right? But I don't. But I will literally run right up to where I know they're going to stop me.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Not speeding though.
I know. Well,
it's breaking the law.
I'm the slowest.
You're
person.
over the limit. That's speed.
I am breaking the law, but I know that I'm not going to get stopped for it.
You're in the gray area, right?
It's the
enforcement gray area.
It's an enforcement gray area, and police have discretion. So if that's the case, then I'm okay with it. But I don't run red lights. I don't do any of that stupid.
But here's what happens: you get a situation in Texas. A lot of other states have done this too, where they've had that and the enforcement gray area, and their states like, we'll just up the speed limit, and then people drive even faster.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true, absolutely. And so where I'm at with I guess where my point where I was going with this is that I think the debate between Teriak and JS was. It should have been a lot better. JS was all about public good. I don't know that. I mean, public good can be used for so many things that I don't believe in, right? Or you don't believe in, and is not actually for the public good. As a matter of fact, we just had an incident of that back in 2021, where we had we were told that we had to do something for the public good. And if we all didn't do it, then we were sons of bitches and endangering the entire world. And they actually did try and pass a law for that. Right?
And especially, I mean, fancy this, they want you to give up a enumerated right.
Yes,
for the public good. Like it's not just don't drive too fast, right? Yeah. For the public good. It's like give up a right. Mm-hmm. For the public good. Fuck that.
I don't know who this person is. I don't know if this is like a regular user with a different username. Piss Poor Praxis. It's an interesting name. It says people who do drugs should go to jail for 5 years minimum. Why?
Well,
what purpose does that serve?
Which drugs? Like nicotine, caffeine? What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is it the ones that you arbitrarily decide are the 5-year drugs? Like you got
so here's my problem. So I don't care about look, if somebody if somebody wants to pull a Sherlock Holmes and have a 7% solution of cocaine habit, as long if they can manage it, cool. If they can't, I guess I hate doing it, but there is a delineation, or there should be a delineation between a drug user and a drug addict or abuser, right? And Portugal has done something like this, and I think the way they've done it is stupidly liberal and kind of retarded, but the overall idea of it is sound, right? Where they may, they don't punish people for using drugs, but they do punish people for selling and distributing drugs. And or if they have over X amount, right? Period.
Well, that's just un-American right there.
Well, they're Portuguese, so
yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, I can't. I've read the Constitution. I just don't remember anywhere in there where it says drugs.
Right. Yeah, that's my point. Like, there's not. I mean,
it's
that's why they should do it. Now, again, if states want to do it, right? Like, if Tennessee wants to say that you cannot have cocaine within the border of Tennessee, and if you do, we're going to burn your ass at the stake. That's totally cool.
There's a case to be made that would life, liberty, and property would encompass that.
What? That's not in the Constitution, though.
Well, I understand that, but
it is.
That's the Bill of Rights. That's a bunch of
still a founding premise.
They expand on it in the Federalist Papers as well.
From which,
Cat, are you off for the night? got to go do stuff later. Okay, go make drugs for people. Kissy cat, because you're a pharmacist.
Yeah, we got a pharmacist and a pain doctor here in your chat.
5 years. 5 years. Hold on. Let me. I gotta throw this back up here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not. Drugs should be viewed as a health issue and not a criminal issue. That's what the Portuguese say. I'm not really sure about that.
So Arthur. So I've been friends with one of the assistant district attorneys here in my city. Mm-hmm. And Arthur Dye touched on something here. The difficult thing is drug use is often strongly correlated with other crimes.
Yes.
So I talked with my DA buddy about this, and what he explained to me is that what ends up happening is that people end up doing other drugs to support their habit, and the reason why it's so expensive is because the drugs are illegal and extremely expensive and hard to get. So if
they would be expensive. They would probably be more expensive if they were legal. That's what happened with pot, right? Everybody said, well, the price of pot will go down, and yet the price of pot went up.
It's because it was highly regulated.
No, it's because it's highly taxed.
Yeah.
And because
that's part of the regulation.
And because the amount of security the pot shops have to not get robbed. Historical practice says 5 years would be a deterrent. I disagree right now. If you caught with drugs, I think it's way more than 5 years, right? Like if you get
depends on the drugs and
I'm sure I mean, but I think 5 years is not quite enough.
Grid
also says, hang on, I want to help. This guy says drugs are illegal. That's a criminal issue. LOL liberals. No, look. Well, first of all, Notlow's whatever is actually, I think, a communist, but that's okay. He can be a communist. We'll talk about him when he's not here and make fun of him, but it's okay. He can be a communist, and that's fine. Everybody makes fucking mistakes. But at any rate, the arguments that JES made were bad. The arguments that Teriak made were worse. I think the debate could have gone a lot better. That's just my opinion. I think JS could have made some much stronger arguments against the legalization of drugs, and I think that Teriak could have made much better arguments for the legalization of drugs.
So if there was a free market for marijuana in the states that made it legal, then there wouldn't be an issue. The problem is that you can't just go in your backyard and grow it, right? It's a plant.
So here's where I'm at with Angel. I agree with Angel Berber. I'm like, this is where I truly believe. This is why, even though as a conservative, I believe you should follow the laws, and the law says drugs are illegal. But for a long time, I've felt that all drugs should be legalized. However, you get one shot at publicly funded rehab. If you relapse or die or whatever, sorry, that's what happens.
I don't understand why having
a big government bad, then demand government rehab. Correct. That is absolutely. Pretty much my stance in a nutshell. It's a little bit more than that, but
it's an unrelated issue. It's totally unrelated. Having a free market for something and having socialized healthcare are two totally different things.
Not right now. They're not.
Well, I know, but in reality,
in reality, they're not. Anson. No, in reality.
They've been connected by the political class, but it doesn't mean that they logically should be connected.
But that's logically is not reality. Reality is reality. Reality is that currently, not only do people have access to legal drugs that are stronger and more effective than ever because these people are able to just continuously refine their strains, but the money from that is being paid or given put into programs, in theory at least, to support their socialized healthcare. But it's not enough because there's so many people, getting hooked on all this shit. or worse things, right? Like everybody said marijuana is not a gateway drug, and yet people using marijuana are getting hooked on fentanyl next, and then they die, or they get hooked on some other thing, and then they die, or they end up in rehab 14,000 times that you and I pay for.
So see, now that's unrelated. Also, you're saying that marijuana is a gateway. Okay,
no, I did not. I said that people said for a long time, and I don't disagree. I don't know. I've never smoked pot, so there's a lot of people who said that marijuana was a gateway drug, and they said, well, it's not, and they proved that in court, and that's why part of the reason why marijuana got legalized. However, everywhere you see an expanded use of pot, you see an expanded use of every other fucking drug under the sun.
So you're saying that the drug addicts have gone to the places where they can get drugs legally?
But they can't get fentanyl legally, Anson.
Yeah, but
they can't get heroin legally, Anson. They can't get cocaine.
Yeah, I know. But you're saying that the irresponsible people who value altering their mind have gone places where they won't be punished for.
Well, they don't have to anymore. So many states.
Well, not Alabama. Yeah, not where I am. Yeah. They still treat it like it's a crime here, which I don't necessarily mind. They need to do it more, but What I'm saying is, like, the reality of people making decisions, right? If you're going to be a person who makes poor decisions, then you're going to.
This Praxis guy. Look, hey, Praxis. Somebody will give you the Discord, and you can roll on up here and make your case so that I can understand it, because you're not actually making sense. I'm sure that in your mind, all of this makes sense, but in everybody else's mind, you're not making any sense. I mean, I'm sorry, you're just not making sense.
So if you're the kind of person who's susceptible to using substances and becoming addicted to them, then you're going to use other substances and become addicted to them. It's a personal problem, right? It's a disease of bad character.
Sure. Right? So I don't know who Oatlofts is, a piece of crap commie, and you listen to him. No, Not Lowe's 2 is a commie. I don't listen to him. I make fun of him.
I think you're being trolled. You're being trolled.
I could be. That could be you.
It could be. It's not, but it could be. It seems like something I would do.
Yeah, and the next line is people who, where is that? People who smoke pot are stupid hippie Democrats. That's weird.
So are people who use Twitch.
Oh, damn. Burn! All right, so where did Not Lowe's 2 go? I just saw his comment. He said he is not a commie. Well, I mean, you sound like a commie. It walks like, talks like. I'm calling commie. I mean, you're what? Hey, come on up, man, and we'll talk about this, man.
No, libertarians are not Democrats who want to smoke weed. I've known lots of libertarians who think that marijuana is bad and people shouldn't do it. Right? That's totally unrelated things. That's a trope, Arthur Dio.
Mm-hmm. Marijuana's bad, okay?
Yeah, it is. It is bad. It's bad.
Honestly, you're
caffeine's bad, okay? Sugar's bad, okay?
I don't see you, Mike Ball. Oh, you were stuck backstage. I don't see you, man.
Yeah, I don't see him. I would have seen him too, because I
think he meant he was stuck backstage on his, and he. Just
I got you. Oh, on his show, yeah, I got you. All right, cool. You took the rage bait. Awesome.
Yeah, I did.
I would like to be an anarcho-syndicalist, but people as a whole are too dumb. So in the meantime, radical socialism. You mean communism?
Well, you're assuming he's a global socialist instead of a national socialist. He might be one of the national kind.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's still commie. Grid one, and Angel Berber says libertarians run into this conundrum when dealing with drug legalizations. They seem to think that small federal government good, but think it is okay to grow local government massively to deal with drug rehab. No, see, that's I don't want that at all. Like, I'm not
It's not the government's job.
Yeah, I think that if we want to, if we have to throw the bone out there, you know, because I would be like, no, you have to pay for if you can pay for drugs, you can pay for your own damn rehab, right? Like that would be my attitude in a nutshell. However, I'm willing to I'm willing to bend slightly a little bit to say that, okay, you get one shot at government funded well, he says he's the National Socialist, so
yeah. All right, I'm gonna entertain your thing because I'm just curious. So
yeah,
one shot at okay.
One shot at coming clean. Okay.
So when the second time inevitably happens at some point.
Yeah, when you rehab.
What happens then?
You die. Or you come through it on your own. Or your parents pay for it, or your wife pays for it, or your church could pay for it, but the government will not pay for it.
How about no government at all?
No societies existed with no.
No, I'm saying no government option.
I think.
Oh, you mean no government? So look, that's where I'm at. I'm just saying I'm willing, because I know that that's a sticking point for so many people. I'm willing to say, okay, you get one shot at it, right? So you have this, we already, we have Medicare, Medicaid. You get one shot to clean up your act, and after that, sorry.
How about everybody is responsible for their own self-preservation?
Yeah, you're damn right. Thank you.
I'm in that. See, that's where I'm at, but I'm willing to extend an olive branch. Just the one. That's it.
They need to make their own damn olive branch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I would be super happy if we just didn't have any public health care whatsoever. And we get completely private, and we destroyed the medical industry as it exists today.
Yeah, it would be way more efficient. People would get better treatment. It would be less expensive because you'd be actually paying for the services.
And you could probably pay your doctor in chickens, like you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd pay Arthur Dyer with a chicken.
Well, if people did not have a bloated bureaucratic behemoth of a government that was taxing the complete dog shit out of them, right? And they had all the extra money, then you could feasibly, if you're talking about good people, you could feasibly help those in need that you deem worthy of help, right? Because let's face it, not everybody's worthy of help.
Well, now let me throw this back out there, because Raging Patriot's correct here. That doesn't sound like a Christian. True. However, I'm not a Christian nationalist, right? Like I'm not so. I mean, I believe that that all of our laws and we should act as in a Christian manner, but I don't think that there's any way to mandate that, right? So I'm not in favor of the government having really, honestly, anything to do with any of this. The federal government, especially. Now, state governments, I'm okay with, because that's your community, that's your neighborhood, that's your state. But I would rather see churches and private organizations deal with rehab, deal with as they used to. And there you go. That would be and that is exceedingly Christian, to be honest with you. And as churches used to be, right? Churches used to run asylums for people who had drug and alcohol problems and all kinds of other mental issues. So, Anson, why did you come back in on the Def Not Test name?
Well, I don't know. You want me to use one of my different troll names?
No, it's fine. I was just wondering why you.
I've got a Def Not Troll. You want me to use Def Not Troll? Yeah.
So I mean, I just feel like that it's I just don't believe the federal government is good at any of this shit, and so it shouldn't be involved in it. It just shouldn't, right? And so, yeah. Mark Witkowski says, my religion is between God and me. No I lost it. Not organized religion. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Universal health care is never good for the economy, not Lowe's. Seriously. Come make that argument. I absolutely want to hear that argument. Yeah. We won't get it, but I want it.
Not Laws. Not Laws is all right. He's a good guy. I like Not Laws.
I think he means well. I think he's just been. Yeah, I think he's a bit touched in the head.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a lot of fun, you know.
Not Laws 2. We don't need the government to get people back to work and healthy. That's wrong, because that's not what happens. What we end up with is a lot of fat fuckers bilking the system, running around claiming every single possible health issue.
So Grid, do you think that we would have like super expensive heroin if you could grow poppy plants in your yard?
Well, I don't think you can grow them in your yard, but
why
not? Because they require well, I mean, if you had a greenhouse, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, people,
because it requires a very specific environment.
or like, you know,
apparently they're hard to grow too, by the way. They just
but I mean, where there's a will, there's a way. People do all kinds of
now, you said this the other day.
I don't know how strong that argument is, because you can do a lot of things for yourself, and we see people fail to do that constantly.
Yeah, but I mean, if there
Look
was
at the amount of people that fucking eat out, and how hard is it to open a can of fucking Chef Boyardee?
Right. Yeah, hang on, guys. So, not Lowe's, you've made this argument before. That's total horseshit. Canada spends 12.4% of its GDP on healthcare. America spends 18% of their GDP on their healthcare. That's because it's for profit. You were fucked in the head, not Lowe's too. So, first of all, we have like 5 times the number of people you have, you dumb fuck. Obviously, we're going to spend more. Not because it's for profit, but simply because we have more people. And therefore, our health care is going to cost more.
Also, don't want to trade my excellent health care for their shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not that everybody here has excellent health care. That's not what I'm saying. But I do. Fuck you.
I don't know that. Well, hold on. But I don't know anyone. So I live in a small town, in a small-ish town, or a small city, and I have property in small towns, and they have great health care. What are you fucking talking about? And they get seen right away. Like, I can literally, and
my insurance is the bomb on top of it. So, yeah.
Mine's better.
So not those two. You're going to lose this argument, man. You're going to lose this argument. Literally, when people who live in Toronto and other cities, they cannot go and get their fucking teeth taken care of for months. They have to schedule an extraction out for months. And their people are coming here for basic bullshit healthcare. Then you can talk to me about how great Canada is. By the way, you guys suck. I mean, you guys are about to be fucking bankrupt, morally and financially. So I don't think I would throw stones at your neighbor to the south here, because you guys are fucked in the head.
Yeah, y'all are almost bad as shape as we are, not Laws.
They pretty much got to throw stones, because it ain't like they got guns.
Oh, ow, wow. Wow. That is actually Arthur Daya, who, by the way, if you have not yet figured out, Arthur Daya is an actual medical professional. Highly paid, by the way. Highly paid.
And she pointed out the problem very accurately, and that's the government-run healthcare that's infected our system, and it's causing a distortion.
I can put it up there, but
yeah. She says a lot of our healthcare costs issue is that we have government involvement due to Medicare and Medicaid for 40% or more of our health care coverage. And when you have a socialist system competing with the free market system, it's going to cause distortions in the market and cause pricing mechanisms to be all screwed up because socialism always messes up prices.
It's just like how our education system got fucked up the minute they went to government guaranteed student loans.
Yep.
The minute that happened, you watch how tuition has just fucking skyrocketed. Why? Because the universities can say, yeah, you know what? Our tuition used to be $1,500, but fuck it, we want $10,000 a semester now.
Yeah, well, there's an economic term for that. It's called perverse incentive, right? When you remove when you remove the mechanisms of the free market system and replace competition with government, then what you have is people taking advantage of the system and making decisions that they wouldn't make if they were spending their own money.
Galere 1% sends in $4.99 American dollars. Grid's all up on the snow Mexicans. I am, man. I'm tearing it up tonight. I'm tearing it up. I was sore earlier, man. I went out and played, again, I played another 18 holes of golf today, man. It was tough today, man. It was, I drove home, right? And I get out of the truck and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm sore as shit. I literally went in and took a hot ass bath because I was sore. $4.99 from Mikey Balls. America only, 100% US. All right, my man Mikey Balls up in the house. That one-legged man kicking all of the ass. Now, where did Patrick just made a comment? Yeah. All right, where's I just saw a really good piss. By the way, Piss Poor Praxis wants you to know, Notlos, that that we're coming to take over your country. Just want to let you know that. Patrick, I finally found the comment. Right, Grid. Guess what? Government manages all student loan bills because that's what was bundled into the Obamacare bill. Funny, the connection there. Nothing but net on that one. That is badass. Patrick is up to date. He knows what's going on. That man is smart.
Yeah, well, if you trace it back, the actual problems occurred during the George W. Bush administration. A lot of the packages that George W. Bush did to prevent the economic meltdown from getting worse temporarily made changes to the student loan market. And so it's actually George W. Bush fucking everything up too.
Well, but I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, Bush, the changes he made were supposed to be temporary.
Yeah.
Obama made them permanent and expanded on them.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you had one bad president. It's basically like Hoover going into FDR. Hoover screwed up a whole bunch of stuff that caused the Great Depression to get bad, and he was a Republican. And then when he got out of office, FDR just doubled down on all his Hoover's stupid shit.
Yeah. I mean, they were so. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. It's too long a conversation. I don't have that much time.
Yeah, but we've already established that drugs should all be legal, right? I mean, based on our conversation. So
I think that they should. Unfortunately, the laws are in place until we change the laws. It's the laws of the law. So if you get caught, you get that thing. Shit happens, right? 74 Cool Broski U2 says Kel is a commie feminist.
Whoa! I like Kel. That's not very.
She's a feminist. I'll go with that.
She's not she's just.
I don't know if she's a communist. She is confused. She says some really base things and then turns right around and fucks it right up. Obama screwed us. He did screw us. Apparently,
If that was true, Arthur Dyer, you wouldn't be a cat lady.
That's true. All right, so Mikey Ball says Kel's a Marxist. Is she? She doesn't really say very many Marxist things.
No. I don't think she understands enough about economics to have a position.
Oh, that's probably true. I will probably see Kel tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah, if she's not mad at you, maybe she'll talk to you. Are you gonna be mean to her?
Shit, man. That was so much bullshit. That whole thing, man. That was just nuts, right?
Did you apologize yet? You should take a minute and apologize to Kel, and then we can clip it and send it to her.
Why would I apologize for what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Just say, Kel, I'm so sorry that I hurt your feelings. I was just trying to help. Please forgive me.
I have never said anything about that I was sorry for hurting someone's feelings. I don't even tell my wife that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay, so that was good. You were really close, Grid. So just change a few of the words around, and you'll get it. You'll get it next time.
No, I know what I'm saying. That's not going to happen. But as long as we're, as long as we're talking.
I'll give you. Bro, I'm obviously not. I told you like multiple times that I'm not fucking like gonna respond to like. I can't
Yeah.
You're so sorry for being mean to Kel.
I'm in no look. First of all, I wasn't mean to Kel. Kel took what I said completely the wrong way. What really messes my brain about this is I literally told Tyler he was out to fucking lunch. I literally told him that he was like I'm like, dude, you're fucking wrong. Like, I was way, way harder on Tyler, and Tyler's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like,
that felt like an apology.
No, that did not at all.
Yeah,
it's not even close. There's no way. No way. Look, Kel has to understand I'm a dude. I have one way of talking to people. I really don't, especially not to people that are not my immediate family. I don't talk like that. So whatever happened. Oh, fucking. Hey, Anson.
Yeah.
You need to take care of this.
Yeah, well, she's just expressing why she's my type. I like feisty women. I enjoy the vexing feminists. They're good for breeding.
She did not say that. There's no way she said that, because that wouldn't happen. That would not happen. So that would be funny. All right. Kel talks so much shit about folks. It's not funny. Over dramatic brat. It is actually funny how she's become kind of she's really delving into the drama world. She's like going to be she's trying to be a Thorpeter.
So Clover Tech, what do you think about Glock being illegal in California now, man?
Is it all Glocks? I thought it was just new ones.
Yeah, isn't that some shit?
Well, I don't know. I just saw some news that said that the governor signed some law making Glocks illegal in California.
Yeah, I don't know that that's true. Sorry. I haven't looked it up. I could.
Yeah, no, it's new sales. It's not like existing. It's new sales, but yeah,
new sales. Okay. Yeah.
Well, did California do that, or did Glock just say, "Hey, we don't like you anymore. We're not selling anything here"?
California did that. It was because of. I'll tell you why. It was because of the whole switch thing. California freaked out over stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why Glock came out with that stupid apology letter about a month ago.
Yeah, it was all about Glock switch, which were used in like 0.00000 and even fucking no % of crime.
Yeah, I don't think any crimes actually.
But like, let's ban all the Glocks because there's a switch out there that somebody might can get.
But the new Glocks have that plastic piece that makes a switch. You can't put a switch in a new Glock. It's the old ones that you can put a switch in.
Well, that's why they stopped the new, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, never mind. Yeah, that's backwards.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's why did I mean,
but that's California. They're backwards. It makes sense.
Make it make sense.
They're backwards. So there you go.
Make it make sense. Please make it make sense.
I don't know. I think the handgun roster, we've got a couple of cases in the next few years. I'm going to say 2 to 3 that have a very good chance of getting to SCOTUS. They're going to go in our favor once they do. And I think that it potentially would end the it's going to end the roster bullshit. That's roster flies directly in the face of the Bruin decision anyway.
Yeah,
like directly.
Aren't we like two Supreme Court justices different from that being a different outcome though, Clover?
Yeah.
I mean, and
Like,
some of them,
yeah,
some of them
but
are old, and Trump's not going to be around forever. I mean, they need to start stepping down and getting replaced with some good judges. I mean, even if Trump replaces them with good judges, I mean, they might turn out
but I'm
bad.
But I'm still not I'm not impressed with Kavanaugh or Amy Coney Barrett. Which and I said that from day one. Now Gorsuch, like I like Gorsuch, but I mean it's going to be hard to replace somebody like a Thomas. Sure.
Yeah, he's one of the best justices we've ever had.
Like, oh my God, and you're right, he is getting up there. I think that I would not be surprised if before Trump's before this term ends with Trump, I would not be surprised if Thomas didn't step down so that Trump could fill that spot. And especially so if the Republicans hold majorities after midterms, especially so. I think that's even more likely. And that's a good move because that's where they fucked up with Ginsburg. Like Ginsburg just out of the fucking blue didn't give them time. You know what I mean? Like held on and she shouldn't have. And like Ginsburg should have stepped down under like Obama so that she could be replaced. And I mean, from a Democrat standpoint, right? And she didn't. It was a big tactical mistake, I think, on their part.
Well, I agree. That 1 second. So Loud comes in with grid 1, much respect, 100% fist bump. I guess that's a peace sign. Yeah, that's cool, man.
But we've also got Roberts, which is a Bush appointee, but Roberts is wishy-washy. And so Roberts is getting up there too. There's some talk about that. And if we could replace Roberts with a more solid constitutionalist,
I mean,
then I think we'd be okay.
Sotomayor has actually been really good lately about well, my dog is hang on.
Yeah, Sotomayor is not as off base as most people think. But I think when people look at Supreme Court justices, they look at it in a weird light. They look at Supreme Court justices or actually judges in general. They look at them from the political perspective of left and right, of liberal and conservative. And what you need to be looking at, right? What you need to be looking at is do they lean more to the precedents side of things, or do they lean more to the constitutional side of things?
Well, even if they lean toward the precedent side, do they lean toward the precedents that need to be removed to return to Constitution?
Well,
right?
Precedents can change, though.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like so all of them should be against precedents that are against the Constitution, right? It's
They
not
should be.
Yeah.
No, I agree because that's but see their role is to interpret the Constitution, interpret and apply. And so when they do that, you're right. Are they weighing precedents with that, or are they going with original language, historical, analog, that sort of thing?
You got some weird background noise, Pixels.
Got a fan going or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Your vibrator's like going full tilt over there, man. You got to put a mute on that thing.
It's got to be Edge. Hold on, let me try switching back to Firefox.
Yeah, I don't know. Edge, yeah. Don't edge the vibrator. You got to stick it all the way in. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, Clover.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Like, I was kind of surprised about like your take on the drug conversation we were having, because
really,
yeah. Well, you were like, what is it? Like the use of drugs should not be related to your like exercise of your Second Amendment rights.
It should not be. I would agree.
Yeah, and a lot of the police culture around drugs has been basically perpetuating like the erosion of your constitutional rights, protecting against unreasonable search and seizure, and the Second Amendment basically being weaponized against people who also happen to use drugs.
So here's the thing, Anson. And when we're talking about a 4473, you feel like when you buy a gun.
Yeah.
Like all of that is basically there's very few things on that list that you check yes or no. One being, are you a drug addict, right? And I'm paraphrasing, of course, but very few things can be vetted. So like you could be a drug addict and go in Hunter Biden and check no on shit that unless the dealer that you're buying from, the FFL dealer, not the drug dealer, the FFL dealer you're buying from, unless they know you and know that you know, are constantly high and whatever the fuck and whatever, then they, you know, they deny you or whatever. But other than that, who's going to fucking know, bro? Like, who's going to know that you use drugs or
well, that's what I was talking about earlier about like laws are arbitrary, right? Like, and that was the whole point I was trying to make is people break laws all the time because there's too many damn laws.
Yeah.
And so
that's just like this whole idea of a straw purchase. That basically, and if you don't know what a straw purchase is, that would be Anson knows that he can't legally buy a gun. I know that Anson can't legally buy a gun. So I go in and buy a gun and I turn around and walk out the door, hand it to Anson, and he hands me some cash, right? It's, you know, a prearranged thing where I basically buy a gun for him. And there is a line now that's been added recently to the 4473. It's the very last question to the next to the last. That says something about, do you intend on selling this gun, blah, 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 right? And so that's a kind of a gray area because I may go buy that gun and then what happened? Who knows intent, right? It's all this intent bullshit. And it's like, okay, well, I may go buy that gun and have every intentions of keeping it. But then I get home and 2 days later, I'm like, this sucks, man. I just do not like this thing. And so I sell it to my neighbor, right? And then somebody finds out, and then somebody goes, oh, no. You meant to buy it and sell that gun to your neighbor, right? And it's like, what the fuck? So the whole idea of shit that's not provable, you know what I mean? And there's no way to look in a database to look and see if I'm a fucking felon. You can look in a database and tell that. You know what I mean? Okay, fine. Have that on the questionnaire that says, are you a fucking felon? Cool. You know? But if it's shit you can't verify, I don't fucking understand it.
All right, Natalia.
And honestly, I don't know. I'm not convinced that a 4473 stops anything any fucking way. So instead of nitpicking the fucking questions on a 4473, this is a novel idea. How about we get rid of it altogether? And if I want to buy a gun, it's like buying a goddamn bag of potato chips. I walk in and say, hey, I want that gun. They put it on the counter. I give them cash and I fucking walk out.
Yeah, and it's up to you to know whether or not you're breaking the law buying the damn thing, right? If there's
a law if I'm a prohibited person, then yes, right.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of regulating the law-abiding people and saying, "Hey, you law-abiding people have to answer a bunch of questions to prove that you're a law-abiding person."
Well, and dealers have the discrepancy whether or not to sell to you anyway. So if the local crackhead walks in, again, they can say, "No, bro, we ain't not selling you a gun. Sorry."
Hey, Grid, I didn't get a chance to thank Natalia for those 20.
Yeah, I'll get to it. I apologize for ducking out like that. My dog was just going nuts, yelping, and it sounded like, you know, she's getting attacked by like a raccoon or something. But it looks like, I don't know, she hurt her foot or something like that. There's no blood or anything. I'm hoping it's just like she split one of her toenail claw things and or something like that. She won't let me look at her foot, so hopefully everything's gonna be okay. I mean, she's not hurt and she is walking on it, so, but she was screaming like she doesn't normally do. So
she an outside dog?
No, she's an inside dog.
Oh. And
so she was outside.
Oh, maybe she got on a grass burr or some weird something.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering if we occasionally get those really small ants
Oh, true. Yeah.
And she might have gotten they may have got an ant in fire ants. That's what I'm trying.
Wasp or hornet or anything.
Yeah, I mean it's night, so maybe a hornet, but it's on her hind foot. She is. If I even look like I'm going to touch it, she acts like she's going to rip my arm off. So, but she was able to walk on it and everything like that, so that's fine. Anyway, Natalia, thank you so much for the donated subs. Really appreciate that, all the support, and as always, it means a lot to me. It does. Natalia's been a fan forever. Like, she's actually one of the people that got me into doing the streams, actually. So
we have her to blame.
Mostly Josie, but yes, also Natalia and a bunch of other people that were in the whatever chat. But yeah, Natalia, poor doggo, man. She's she was really pissed, and not pissed, but just really sensitive about her hind leg. She is not letting me touch that hind leg. So, and she can look really mean. So, but yeah, she'll be okay. I'm pretty sure. So,
by the way, Grid.
Yes, sir.
Booked my hotel for SHOT today.
Awesome, man. I need to. I really want to go to SHOT this year. I need to get with you, and I need to, at some point when I've got an hour or two to go through all the, I got a list of things I need to talk about with you.
The podcast, duh.
Yeah, I was just talking about that the other day, so because I need to get that done. What's Anson's opinion on the Israel-Palestine peace agreement? He doesn't have one. He doesn't care.
Well, what do you mean I don't? Of course I care, Grid. Why would you say I don't care about that?
Experience.
Yeah. Yeah. I care a whole lot about like an agreement that'll probably be totally irrelevant in a matter of days or years or weeks, based on all of the experience related to everything that's happened in that region for the last 150,000 days. So I'm really bothered by it because peace breaking out randomly is a terrible thing in the Middle East, and it should be reversed immediately.
So I don't know. Other people probably have been keeping up way more than me on that. But wasn't there already? I see some headline somewhere, and you can't believe headlines, so that's why I'm saying I don't know. But I see the headline somewhere about like Hamas. There was already some executions or something that Trump had to step in on, that Hamas was.
Yeah, well, they're just being assholes as normal.
And you're like, what the fuck? Like, I thought this was the greatest peace deal ever. Like, what the fuck now? This don't make no sense.
Yeah.
It's like Bush doing that thing. What mission accomplished?
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, this is Trump's mission accomplished moment, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting how the president of the United States has gone from being, an actual executive to being like this world leader for no good reason. And you guys know that the only reason that the United States, or the reason given for the United States entering World War I is Mexico had been in talks with Germany about attacking the U.S. With German support and keeping the southern states, and Germany would get the rest. And that is the reason given for us entering World War I.
Yeah.
The behind the scenes reasoning is that somebody, I don't know who, but somebody advised Woodrow Wilson, probably FDR. Because at the time he was a naval attaché or something. I forget what he was. He was in the Navy somewhere. And somebody told the president that the United States needed to step in and interfere, or not interfere, but to help determine the peace and a lasting peace, so that the typical European evolution of every generation or two having a world war would cease. and that's why we entered World War One. And ever since then, it's the same damn reason we enter everything, right? It's like we need to be the ones to officiate the peace treaty.
It's almost like it's not the real reason. It's just the reason that they tell it.
It's almost like what's the older show called Man in the High Castle? I saw that. Yeah,
that was good. I like that. That was a good alternative history.
Yeah.
The right side won the war finally.
I don't think you understand what right side means. Where did Pixels go? Pixels ran off?
Well, he was having trouble. Yeah, he came up here and then he couldn't get his camera on and his mic on, and then he came up here with his cam and mic on, but his vibrator was going really loud. We couldn't hear him.
He's got it. Yeah, he's got a youngin going on. So history is a lie. No, history is both lies and truth, and perspective is the differential between
history's written by the winner, right?
That's true. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Well, it is 9:30, and I got to get out of here. I got to finish packing. Got to get some sleep because I got to get up at 3 a.m.
What the fuck? Wow.
I'm 45 minutes from Nashville.
Wow.
From the airport. I need to be there right around 4 a.m. Because that's when the airlines will open up. And I need to get I got to check some bags, and then I've got to go do everything else that is related to that. So, yeah, man, I mean, it's because my flight leaves at 6 a.m. I'm an early flight guy, man. Like, I just can't, for whatever reason, I've never been able to really be on the side of the, or not on the side of, but I've never been a late afternoon flight kind of guy. It's never worked out for me.
Yeah. I think it's probably just one of them things. It's kind of like me. I'd rather get things out of the way as quickly as possible. So a lot of times taking care of things when places first open, like if it's ever like doctor's appointment, with a mechanic, whatever it might be, like what's the earliest you have?
Yeah, that's a real thing for me. And I got to be honest, man, I one of the things I almost always do the earliest flight possible is because I know I get there early and I will be, I generally have less problems. Right. Yeah.
Not a lot says just drive there. I did. So I drove, I would drive there, but, I drove, I had 12 hours or so one way this weekend for Ballistic Summit. So that was an all-day drive.
Well, my wife,
I enjoyed it, but it was rough.
Yeah. So my wife made me kind of promise that unless it cannot be avoided, that I will drive. I won't drive to any matches. Basically west of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
Anything goes west of the Mississippi, I fly to.
Well, that kind of sucks because you're really close to the Mississippi, so one way.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, like I get I get all of the southeast and all of the stuff that I can be there in like 8 to 10, 12 hours, right? The exception for that is I do the Kansas match. That's 14 hours, and I can do that. But like for me to go from Nashville to Waxahachie to shoot a match there, or Marble Falls to shoot a match there in Texas, it's like 21 hours, I think, total.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
It's a long way. It's a long way.
It's not. It's not. But no, there's no way. Well,
it's not 21 hours.
Yeah, it may be.
I've driven
it's between 18 and 20.
No, you're right. It may be. I'm at. So here's the thing. I'm 5-ish, 6-ish hours. So if you're talking about Marble Falls anyway, probably more like 6. And yeah, for me, Knoxville, which of course Nashville would be closer, but Knoxville's 16, 17, maybe, I think, something like that. So yeah, you're probably right. Time you add it all together, you're probably right. It doesn't seem like it, but again, I live in fucking Texas, so everything's a long way away.
Right,
so
right. And so when I was in the West, and it was like I didn't think I drove from the Bay Area, California, to Kentucky to shoot a match in 32 hours.
Oh, that's a fun drive.
Straight through.
Yeah.
And I just drove. I took a 15-minute nap, and then I just kept going. But that was like one time, right? And I only did that because my wife was like, I was gonna leave on. I had to be there Thursday morning, and I was gonna leave on Tuesday. And my wife's like, I don't want you to leave at 8 or 9 o'clock or whatever it was. I'd feel better if you left in the morning. And I caved to my wife, and I ended up having to drive 32 hours straight. So
I've drove 30. I've drove just shy of 40 straight before.
That's rough, man.
7-ish or something. Yeah. And I've drove 30, 32 in that range, around 30 multiple times, but only one time that it got close to 40, and it was rough. Oh, that's rough.
So that's my deal with my wife. If I want to shoot a match, like I was going to shoot a match in California a couple of years ago, and I was going to have to fly to that one. If I want to shoot the match in Arizona every year, I have to fly to that one.
It's up in Utah. There's quite a few in Utah.
Yeah, in Utah, all the matches in Utah, I have to fly to those. And which it doesn't. I mean, look, flying with guns is like second nature to me.
Yeah. Good case. Good law.
Good case. Understand. Only fly Southwest. Don't fly fucking Delta. And you'll be fine. You'll be great. Yeah. But
you got to go to bed. You got to wake up in a few hours.
Yeah, I got to get up. I got to get out of here. Hey, Josie's up in the house as I'm getting out of here. What is up, my dude? Or my whatever. Josie, I will be out in your hood tomorrow morning. I'll be in San Diego for TwitchCon. You should roll down, hang out. I know you don't Twitch, but whatever. I got to go to bed, guys. I'm going to send you over to Rob Knorr. They're having a good time over there. Oh, Pixels is back right as I'm heading out. What's up, man?
Of course. Is my audio okay now?
Yeah,
your audio's good now. Yeah,
you're good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
well, I'm going to save these settings and hopefully it sticks.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I got to get out of here. I got to go finish packing and then get some sleep and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to send you guys Rob Knorr. They're doing cool stuff over there with Indian Jesus or something. It looks like maybe a small panel kind of deal set up. I don't know. You guys go have fun. I'm out of here. We'll see everybody later. You guys have a great rest of your evening.
Yeah, get off my lawn.
Yeah, get off my lawn.